I am in some bad lighting. Okay. Oh, not really supposed to start until. Okay. Yeah, that's what it goes. All right. Oh. So let me show you guys. Well, nobody's here, so we're just gonna get going. Got a kitty cat here, and probably no one's gonna show. It's too early in the day. Okay. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm sorting into these big containers all of my different projects that I have in progress. And yeah. Hey, welcome. We are doing some sorting of yarn and stuff. So I'm going to sort it into different containers so that got a cat in a container already. So it makes it easier for me to go through stuff. So, all right, this is a specialty yarn. So I'm gonna put that over there. Oops, that was loud. Oh, that's way too loud. Here's specialty yarn, so I'm gonna keep that. Here is a swatch that I made, just so I could see how the colors played out. Isn't that pretty? So that is going to go into, put it in that container. Here is a fuzzy kitty cat that I never finished. It's almost done. I got to work on his ears a little bit and put a little face on. So that's going to go into, oh, now I've got another cat. All right, it's going to go in a different box. Here is a blanket that I made for a lovey. How pretty that is. It's like a purpley pink. And it is super soft and stretchy, and it is for a little baby to carry around. Oh, Dovey, you are here. What are you making today? Wow. Dovey, I'm not really making anything. I'm just going through stuff. I used to have a crochet, well, it's a whole long story, but I had an Etsy store that didn't work out, and then I have a lot of stuff that I did not sell because I didn't even actually get to start it. So that's kind of a bummer. So this is going to go, this is a finished product, so that's going to go into a container over there. All right, this is a big twist yarn. It's not super soft, so I'm going to put it in a different container. Here are a bunch of granny squares. Let's see. Oh, here's my old phone case. Isn't that funny? Back before we had the internet on our phones, you didn't always have your phone out in your hand. So I would keep this in my phone in here. It was nice and protective. So I'm going to put that in the container with the swatch. Here are a bunch of granny squares of different sizes. This is a little, I don't know what I was doing. This is like a little weird keychain that I made. I put little things in there. Here is from, it's turquoise. It's hard to see the color in this lighting, but it's beautiful turquoise. So this is a finished product, so I'm going to put it in the container over there. And here is a flower, and this has 6 petals on it. And I'm thinking, I have a lot of these flowers. Hi, how old am I? Death Pistol. How old are you? Oh, Catherine, I forgot that you were Dovey. It does look blue. It is blue, but it's a turquoise blue, and it's really kind of hard to see in this light. It's much prettier. See, it's different than this blue back here. So, okay. Little Mina, hey, I am 60 years old, for whoever was asking me that. I am 60. And, yeah. All right, here's a teeny tiny flower. It has little sparklets. It's me, Julie. Oh, hi, Julie. How are you? Thanks for popping over. I started sooner because I'm still learning how to do this. I'm going to put these in this container. I have 8 containers that I can use. Okay, I'm going to show you something very sad. it's a sock monkey with his arms not on, and he doesn't have a head yet. And the reason why I have a lot of unfinished projects is because I used to do a lot of work on the bus, and it's working on the bus is, or crocheting on the bus is easy, but putting things together is hard. All right, here's like a little gingerbread man. How cute he is. So I made a lot of these. I would get kind of obsessed with making the same thing over and over again. So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, if you want me to make something, or if you have a suggestion, you can put that in the chat. Here is part of a dinosaur thing I was working on. I think this is going to be the head. Of course, I didn't finish it. Oh, the story of my life. I'm really good at finishing blankets and stuff. So, all right, here is some Caron yarn, and I'm going to put that in its own Caron container. Over there. Caron yarn is my go-to yarn. And, okay, here's some baggies for sorting. Anyway, it's my go-to yarn because it is super soft and I just like working with it. All right, here are some more granny squares. And these were left over, I think, for making a blanket. And so I have a lot of these. Here is like a mandala kind of a thing. I was just playing around one day. It's kind of cool. I was trying to be crochet girl when I was little. Oh yeah, you know what? You just gotta stick to it, you know? All right, here is a chevron pattern. This bottom part is a forest green. Oh, there you can see it. Look how pretty that is. And here is some blue and a mauve. And this, I was just testing out a pattern to see if I would like it. Yeah, I was just goofing around. Okay, so I'm going to put this in this container over here with my cat. These are all covered with cat fur anyway, so I'm going to have to pop them in the dryer. More of these little squares. Okay, I have, nobody is here, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bags. 8 bags, garbage bags, to sort into 8 containers. And this is what happens when you crochet, and you have some money and you can buy stuff. You can buy more yarn, buy more yarn. It gets very overwhelming. And if you don't have a system, you know, all right, here's a little guy. Of course, he doesn't have any arms. So the arms might be in here somewhere. Here is an ear for a rabbit. And that will probably show up. Here is an ear to something else. Oh, that's for the dinosaur. So what I'm doing is a rough sort because I've moved a few times, and sometimes when you move, it gets a little bit crazy, and things get messed up. All right, here's a sock monkey. I did not make this. This is from, who's this from? Old Navy, I think. Look how cute he is, or World Market. Hi, Diamond. So I'm going to leave him out. Maybe one of the cats will play with him. We'll see. Okay. Oh, this is one of my favorite. Okay, this is a lovey for a baby. And I found a pattern, and what you're supposed to do is cut the head off of the Beanie Baby and sew this on. But what I did, because I thought that just seems cruel, why would you cut the head off of a Beanie Baby? So what I did was, I made and this is called a lovey. It's just a little thing for babies to play with. And it's on a hair tie. And then you can just grab whatever lovey you want and put them through here. That way, it's a little bit more, I don't know, friendly, but yeah. I know, 8 bags, right? Oh, okay. So this is cute. So I'm going to put him in the finished products container over there. I have to be careful when I'm tossing these because I'm dangerously close to a cat litter box. Okay, here's just a little round ball. And what happened was I have several You made a homemade thing for a baby. I did. I have a lot of homemade things for babies in here somewhere. I have some health problems that keeps me from like, just affects me on a day-to-day basis, which is kind of a bummer. So, but here's a nice long snake. And he needs to be stuffed a little bit. Look how cute he is, though. He has this little tongue. And yeah, so he's going to go in the, he's not finished, so he's going to go into the unfinished box. Okay, here is a scarf. Okay, this is green, even though it looks blue. And you can wear it as it can be styled as a tie, or you can wear it as a little scarf like this. And it looks blue, but if I put it next to this blue, you'll see the green. See, now it's green, I think. Okay, so this is finished. So we're going to put it in the finished container. Oh, Sophia, hi. Blue is my favorite color. Yes, hi. Hi, Sophia. Blue is one of my favorite colors also, and it comes in so many different shades. All right, here's another little cat. And look how cute he is. Little tail. And he is stuffed with yarn, so he's nice and squishy. He's not finished, so I'm going to put him in the unfinished. Here is a arm for a sock monkey. So there must be another one in there. Oh, thank you. Here's another arm for the gingerbread man. And what I was saying is when I used to crochet a lot, was on the bus or the light rail, and that is really hard to do sewing. Here's a bottom to a little man. You probably can't tell, but he's got an extra row on here. That probably bothered me. And I didn't want to finish it, but I don't know. So I would have to just make his head and stuff. And all right, here's another little flower. And I'm going to put it in with my granny squares because I'm thinking of making a sweater or something, just connecting all the flowers together. And those were supposed to be samples of different colored yarns that I was going to have in my Etsy store. Etsy is very, very, looks like pants. It does look like pants. Yes. Yes, it does. Well, we have a lot of cats. I have 3 cats. I have the mama cat and 2 of her babies. They're 10 and 11 years old now. And then across the street are the 2 boys from the litter. And then just outside, there's like 9 feral cats just walking around. And there's also chickens, all kinds of stuff. I live on an interesting street here in Phoenix that is very much like the country. Until you get to the top of the street, and then it is, it's a kind of it's not safe. Like I would not go walking around at night after 11 o'clock. Okay, here is a cat in the hat. Excuse me, a little cat in the hat patch. It's kind of cute. It's not really finished. I gotta weave these in, and then this I would put like on a pin or something. Okay. All right, here are some cute little bunny erasers that I most likely will be at school next year for the first half of the year. So I will bring these as prizes. So this, I have a container on the shelf over there filled with erasers. So I'll have to put that, I can't throw it over there. I'm going to put it over here by Diamond. Okay, let's see. Grab more stuff. Okay, here is something for that dinosaur I was making. And then later on, we're going to have to go through and separate stuff. Here is some really thin variegated yarn. It changes colors. And Catherine, I don't know if you're still here. Hello, from my channel to yours. Oh, hi. Nani or Noni, May's Life. Hi, how are you? I'll have to visit your channel after. This is a beautiful variegated yarn, and I have somewhere the sweater that I made that I completely forgot that I made. So this is going to go into the specialty container. Hi, people who just joined. I am sorting my yarn. I have 8 bags of this filled with stuff. And I have 8 large containers that I am sorting my yarn and then sorting it again. I've had to move a couple of times and everything just got super messy. And that's one of the things. Oh, you're retired. I would like to be retired. I just found out. Okay, here's this gold star. The idea was to give these to students if they did a good job. I am a substitute teacher now. And I found out as a widow that I could retire at the age of 60. Cool. I planned that all out. And I don't know why I thought that the federal government would make it easy. I thought I would start in July when I'm not working, and that they would only count my income for the second half of the year, because there's a cap if you retire early. You can only make so much money. And no. You could retire on December 30th or Christmas or 31st, whatever, and they would count all your income for the year. So I already met the cap, so I would lose almost 70% of my benefits next year. Oh, yeah, you got to start now for Christmas, right? It catches up to you. It catches up. What are you going to make? All right, here's a little mini ginger man. Remember, I don't know if you were here the other day, but I found his little arm. Very exciting. He's going to go in the box of our bodies without arms. Okay, it's like a crime scene. Okay, here is, oh, I found it. Oh, I have to finish that sweater, and this was the yarn. I couldn't find it. I'm so excited. Well, maybe we'll get to the sweater. This is Karen yarn. I make these blankets. This blanket is like 12 years old. It's been through a bed bug infestation. I don't know if any of you've had any drama with that, but it had to get washed on hot probably at least 30 times, and it still looks beautiful, and it hasn't come apart. Anyway, so I use, that's my main choice of yarns. So this is left over from a yarn that I made. So this is going in my Karen container. Some people say Karen yarn is, I'm okay at sewing. My daughter is a seamstress. She makes jeans, and she's actually making me some clothes for me to wear since I have to go back to school next year. She's going to make me some jeans. Not jeans. She's going to make me some dresses or something. Anyway, okay, here, I don't know what this was supposed to be. I think this was supposed to be a wing. I don't know. Or I was just goofing around. I don't know. I'll put that in the pile of disembodied. This is a character from a video game. And it is, yeah. So I'm going to put him in a container. Hi, everybody. But sewing is involved in crocheting and in knitting. So you are right. So sometimes when you have to sew things together, if you don't want your stitches to show, you have to be kind of careful on that. And then crocheting and knitting is you're creating a fabric that does not need to be cut before it's stitched together. And that's why a lot of people have problems following patterns. I'm going to make a whole video on that. Because you think, what's 1 or 2 stitches going to do? Yeah, it's going to mess your whole project up is what it's going to do. Here's some more of this beautiful, it looks blue, but it's green. That's going to go in the Karen. Okay, here is a little mesh bag for something, laundry or something. I used to hate orange, but this is like this beautiful pumpkin. Can you make a lot of things? I can make a lot of things. I like to, I know this is going to sound weird, but I like to do things where I'm not paying attention. So like this is not even a pattern. This is a 1-row repeat pattern. Super easy. And I didn't follow the colors. Just when my hands got bored, I just switched yarn. I just switched colors. So there's really no pattern. And then let me flip my screen if I can. Can I flip the screen? Oh yeah, here we go. So then this one is made from just leftover scraps. And it took an incredible amount of time. I think the weaving in of the ends took just as long as crocheting it. Oh, well, that's dramatic, isn't it? Okay. It's because I'm kicking up a whole bunch of fur in here, and I do have Diamond here with me. Hopefully my camera won't fall. Where's she at? She's the one who told me to get up. Diamond, there she is. Oh, she's pretending to be asleep, but she's not. So I've been having a rough couple of days. And, people don't take into account that if you have some disabilities or if you have some kind of chronic illness, those can be time consuming. So sometimes I have to sit on ice and then heat and then ice and then heat and then ice, and it just takes a long time. Oh, thank you. Who is saying bless you? Angel Casarubius, you are here. Angel, how is summer going? Angel, I might be coming back to the school next year. Okay, here's some more yarn, and this is all Karen, so I'm going to put it over in the Karen container. Angel, I'm happy you're here. Oh, thank you for saying bless me, for sneezing. I was like, why are you blessing me? Okay, I hope you have a fantastic summer and then prepare for high school. Ugh. High school's so very, very demanding right from the beginning. So, okay, here are more of these flowers. And what did I make here? Oh, this is a rose. And this is a really easy, beginner pattern to do. Because you just make this and then you just roll it up. I don't have a sample. I'll just roll it up for you real quick. Yeah, is Angel still here? I'm going to 4th grade. Yes, 4th grade. 4th grade, let's see. Who's going to be 4th grade next year? I think it's still the same teachers, but I know 3rd grade is going to be 2 new teachers. And then I'm either going to be the art teacher or 6th grade while that one teacher is out on maternity leave. So see, it's a rose. Can you see it better? And then you have to stitch it together. Okay, so that's going to go in the unfinished container, and I missed it. This is going to go into, am I going to put these together and make it into a sweater? I don't know, maybe. I lost my sweater. I lost the first sweater that I made. Large granny squares. And here's another rose. So that's going to go into that container. And here's just some yarn. So that's going to go into the container of yarn. I lost my sweater that I made, the first one. I left it in a classroom or something, so I'm really disappointed. Yeah, okay, here's some styrofoam balls. I thought I was going to do a project with this, and it did not work out. So I don't even know where to put this. I'll put this all the way over in craft. Oh, jeez, I got to get up now. All right. All right, let me move this over here. Am I wrong? I'm going to put it over there. Okay. All right, I am back. Ugh. I have a YouTube channel. Sophia, you do? How fun. Sophia, you be careful out here on the internet, okay? Because, gotta be careful. Hi, I'm new. I just found your channel. Hi, Daphne's Creative Touch. I will have to figure out how to see my comments afterwards. I'm taking the advice of someone who said, you know what, don't wait until you know everything about YouTube. Just start, and you'll get better with each one. So I'll have to figure out so that I can visit your channel. Okay, so here is another heart and some cool, it's not variegated. I think you would just call this it's a twisty, kind of pretty yarn. So this is going to go in the box with the hearts. This is going to go into the specialty. I haven't even finished one box. I still have 7. Look at this mess. And you can't even see all of it. Wow, I'll tell you, it gets out of control pretty fast. So that's why, okay, whoop, I'm back. It's, you got to keep up with it or it just gets really out of control. And the other thing is, if you start a project and you put it down, make sure you remember what size hook you were using. Here's some pretty variegated yarn. Diamond tried to make a hat out of this, then she gave up. That was my first video. And then I made it and put it on the mama cat, and the mama cat did not like it at all. But whatever, so it's just a fun little yarn. And what would I do with these little tiny balls? You know what I would do? I would make a lot of little hearts. This is black. This is black or purple? This is black. And here is a very dark red. It's hard, it's can't really see the color on the screen. And is all the yarn purchased or gifted? I purchased most of the yarn, and then I was gifted a lot. Not a lot, I would say probably 20%. Here's some yarn that I was, my daughter and my son-in-law bought for me. It's this beautiful yarn, super soft, and I got it right when I got hit by a car and I broke my arm. I broke my shoulder. Oop, my bra strap showing. I broke my shoulder right here, and it will never be completely healed. This is the way it is. And I broke my elbow, and I had to stop crocheting and riding my bike. I don't have a car, so I ride a pedal assist bike to school. Cars are so expensive, and I don't do anything because I am literally just work and then sleep because I have, but yeah, okay. So, and if I forgot what I was going to say. All right, so what am I going to do with these little, I'm going to leave this little bag out in case I get more. Okay, here are some lights that I bought to put up to decorate my space. I got in the wrong box. Here are some nice scissors. Here's a magnet. I don't know if you get into sewing, it's nice to have these little magnets. This is actually the back of a name tag, but it's nice so that if you're, drop a pin, you can go like this around the carpet and find it. My grandmother, when she would drop a pin, we would just walk around barefoot till you found the pin. All right, do I have a sewing container? I gotta have a sewing container. Right there. Okay, we'll put that in sewing. Here's a nice pair of scissors. This is I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's a Ginger pair. These are my scissors. I'm gonna put that in my sewing container. There's a tape measure. Bloop, and then you can squeeze it. Bloop, goes right back in. There's a tape measure. I can't play with this too much because the cats love this. But I'm gonna put this in the, she's already looking at it. I'm gonna put it in the container. Here's a ruler. Put that in the sewing or tools box, as I call it. Okay, let's look at this. What is this? Oh, okay. Here is I started a blanket, and then I realized that I had not made my lovely son-in-law blanket, so I put this aside. And this is actually the same as the one that's behind me. It's the one behind me is with a half double crochet, and this is with a double crochet. So I'll have to remember to work on this at some point in the future. All right, now I forgot where this is going to go. Where's my unfinished stuff? Oh, where's it at? Oh, okay, wait, I'm going to do a different container for unfinished big projects. Okay. All right, I'm going to come back to this box in a minute. All right. So here is the sweater I was talking about. This is a charcoal gray, and it's called a deep red by the manufacturer. And this is the yarn that goes with it. And I started the collar, and I had to stop because I couldn't find those little balls of yarn. Anyway, this is a beach cover-up. It's supposed to be made with cotton. I didn't have any cotton, and I'm not allowed to buy any more yarn. I'm going to play Roblox. I'll still be watching. I'm going to do it at the same time. Oh, yeah, cool. I'll try and always do two things at the same time if you can concentrate. So this I'm going to feature in a video coming up soon. And I would have done it with one color, but I had to use hybrid. Kennedy, you're back. Okay, I remember you, of course. So this I'm going to finish. So this is going to go into my apparel that isn't finished. And that's going to probably over there. Okay. I appreciate you guys being with me while I do this. This is pretty boring. Okay, here is another jacket that I was making. We live in a really hot climate, and I'm from Ohio, so I don't feel like it's cold in here, like if you were born in the desert. So this is like, it feels just like a blanket. How pretty that is. And I was working on the sleeves, and then I got hired at a job, and the job was very, very stressful. So I didn't finish it. And then, of course, forgot about it for a while because I went through a period where, before I got hit by a car, where I had overuse syndrome from crocheting too much. And then, yeah, you can hurt yourself sleeping. So I used to sleep with my hands like this under my head, and that was messing up my wrists. Or I would sleep with my hands like this. So now I have to try and sleep perfectly straight, like straight limbs. Okay, I'm just gonna go over there. Oops, I sit on. Sat on the sock monkey. Okay, I did not make this. This I purchased, so you can tell it's got a tag on it. Okay, here is. So this was one of the motivations for starting a YouTube channel, was to finish these projects to show people. So here is a sweater with a beautiful variegated yarn, and it's the, if you're gonna make it a top, it's the easiest style to make. Make a rectangle, put some straps on it, and you have a top. So again, I didn't get to finish this because I had to move, and then activities like that will make me tired for a month, and then I will forget what I'm doing. So I am happy that I'm taking this off, taking the time now to sort this all out. Normally in the summertime, I get very depressed. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The yarn is pretty. Okay, what did you miss? Kennedy. First, I've been streaming a lot of Seeker's Notes, which is the one video game that I play. Because sometimes I have to lay perfectly flat for an extended period of time. Or I should say most of the time. Like sitting here is going to cause me some pain. So when I'm done streaming, I will go lay down on some big ice packs that I have. I have to have a drink water. So what I'm doing is I'm going through these bags. I have 8 of them. And then I am sorting them into these containers that are, let me switch the screen, because you can't envision an empty container, into these containers. And then I'll go back and sort them again so that I can be somewhat organized. And my plan was, yeah, the ice does help. My plan was to retire and not go back to school and only work 2 or 3 days a week. But now I'm going to have to work 5 days a week or 4 through December. And then my fantasy is that this YouTube takes off. I don't need a lot of money. Not having a car saves me all kinds of money. And I'm too tired to do anything. That's the advantage of having chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia and a bad back, is that it's not fun to just go sit someplace for an hour, 2 hours, and have a lovely dinner. Then I would prefer to just lay down flat and eat and hope I don't choke to death. All right, here is a weird thing that I made. And it was a scarf, and then I turned it into a purse, and it needs to have a bottom on it. So I'm going to put this into unfinished projects, but not apparel. Here is that gift set that I made. That is the hat, and it's made in that yarn that I don't like, and it has a spider hanging off of it. See the spider? And I would put googly eyes on here or something. How cute that is. Boop, boop, boop. And it has the fingerless gloves. This is made for an older child. I can get my hands in it, but it's not really made for my size. And then it also has a hand sanitizer. I made this during in 2020, right when COVID started. And then that just dragged on. So I ended up not having a lot of pretty yarn colors. I do have a lot of pretty yarn colors. Do you know why? Because when I thought I was going to be successful at Etsy, which can be quite expensive, you don't get paid don't get me started on it. I purchased like every color of Caron yarn that I could find. So, yeah. So, okay, this is going to go in the finished products. And I have Catherine's name on it. Oh, okay, here are a bunch of the flowers that I made. And I'm going to put those in the container with all the, with the granny squares. And I'm going to put it back in the bag so it doesn't get, covered with cat fur. Okay. And was it cheap? It depends. You have to wait for, I always wait for stuff to go on sale. So the Caron yarn is like $3 a skein. And it's considered a cheaper yarn. Not necessarily low quality, but it's not, you know, I think it's very versatile. It's the only yarn I use. Or I use Vanna's Choice yarn, which is from Lion brand. And then I have like this yarn. This is silk. I think I showed you guys this before. So it's beautiful blue, and this is a bamboo silk. I got this on sale. This is like a half a skein, and it's like $8. So yeah. So this is going to go into specialty yarn container. Here is some yarn that is not soft, and I would use for stuffing. So I'm going to put this into the unfinished container, or the container of bodies and unattached arms. So, yeah, I think it's a good deal for $3. You know, you can go to like Michael's. No, not Michael's. If you go to, if you go in person, you can go to Walmart, and they will have a lot of, they'll have a selection of Caron yarn, and then they have their own brand. My mask. I don't know what I'm going to do with this stuff. Okay, let's take out the stars. This is when I made a lot of masks for COVID. It's not really a mask, it's a cover-up. And that's the thing, too, when you're making products and you want to try and sell it, you have to purchase the yarn, which is usually the cheapest part, and then it's your labor. And people don't necessarily want to pay you for the time it takes you to create things, which is a bummer. Oh, thank you for loving my masks. I love them too. You would have to put a regular mask on underneath. And then put this on. And this I'll wear in the wintertime when I ride my bike, so my face doesn't get too cold. Like that. Look, you can't see me. It's camouflage. Okay, so I made a bunch of these. Okay. And of course, I did this when we weren't in school. This was in the summer of 2020 before. Yeah. So I'm going to put these in the finished products. These I might tear apart. Oh, I missed the whole container. That's all right. I might take those apart and put them, and reuse the yarn. Okay, here's that sweater I told you about. My daughter liked it. She tried, yeah, so, So this is basically finished, except I have to figure out what to do with the shoulders, because the shoulders came out too long. It's really hard to, so whatever. So I'm going to put this back. And this is this is the yarn change. Oh, it's got them sit down. Duh. The yarn changes colors. And it's just a really easy stitch to follow. It's just a double crochet across. Pretty easy. So if you're interested in making, what is your favorite yarn color? Oh, yarn. Bye, Sophia. Bye-bye. You know what? It really depends on my mood. Is that weird to say? So sometimes I'm really partial to the green. I made a blanket that's these colors, except it's green instead of blue. I made that for my son-in-law, and I really like that. I really like that, like, pumpkin orange. That's pretty cool. Okay, so this is not finished. I can go there. Here's the yarn that goes with it. Do you have a favorite colored yarn? Okay, so here is another thing I started making. Oh, okay, this was a nightmare. This was me trying to make a pattern that starts from the top down, and I could tell it was not going to come out right. So that's that. Here is just a swatch to see how the color was. Oh, you know why? Because it was the pattern of the yarn was going to be weird. So this yarn is really hard to take apart though because it's like a fuzzy yarn and it just gets stuck too easily. But you know, it is what it is. This yarn was pretty cheap. I got this on Temu, who owns TikTok, which I think is genius that that a company that sells stuff has its own thing like TikTok. And if you haven't figured that out, that's why they're on there all the time. Okay. Here are some more masks that I made. And this yarn is really scratchy. I don't like it. But I'm going to put it in the finished product container. Okay, here is, I think this is a scarf. And excuse me, it's probably too thick to make it into a tie, but it is just like a ta-da, or you can tie it, you know, make it into a scarf. But I like that top blue on that, yes. Okay. Ta-da. All right, so this is going to go into the finished containers box. And what would I do with all this stuff? Gifts, I guess. But for me, normally what I like to do is, here's a big scarf that I made, just over there. My daughter's boyfriend might like that. These are some flowers. I already kind of showed this, I'll show it again. These are like mums. And what you do is you just make a chain. Okay, this one is stitched together. Not very well. I'm going to have to finish stitching it. And then this is the same thing, and you just roll it up. And it's it's really easy for a beginner. It's pretty much, it's a double crochet, and then it's just like chains. If you make a mistake, it's really hard to see if there's a mistake. You roll it up, and then it turns into a flower. And here is another blue. It's called like an eggshell blue. This you don't find in the store so much. Because most companies that make yarn will come out with new colors every year, and they kind of promote that. But if you go online, you can usually find it at their store or at a, like an Amazon. You have to be careful because sometimes things are priced at a ridiculous price. I don't know why. I guess just to see who's desperate. Like, oh my God, I need this yarn to finish this project. Or I'm going to be in trouble for some reason. Okay, here is this beautiful pistachio yarn. And I like that. This is a Karen yarn, so that's going to go over here. There's some more flowers. I saw a YouTuber that did, oh, thank you. I have to color it. Look at my white hair. Look. And it's summertime, so I haven't been coloring it. Because coloring it makes it so dry. My hair is already incredibly dry. But then when you color it, it really kind of damages the hair. So I've been kind of avoiding it. What is this? Oh, these are those weird squares. This is going to go in the rip out, I think. Put this over here. And I said weird squares when those were clearly circles. Okay. All right, here's some thread. I think I got this at a thrift store for like 50 cents. So this is, I think, Aunt Lydia's crochet thread, and then you would need like a size 1 hook or smaller. All right, here is the container of turtles. These are unfinished. Okay. Here is another thing of yarn. This is like a very light seafoam or something. Yes, you can find patterns where you would make a whole sweater. Yes, isn't that green pretty? With this, so it takes so long. So, but normally when I am making something, I like to think of the person that I'm making it. I'm not religious, but that is like a way to put your, if you were religious, where you could bless the product that you're making. or, you know, I like to think about the person. So like some more specific, some more carrying yarn. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, here are the little baby booties. Look how cute they are. This would turn into a keychain. Look how cute. It's with that burnt orange pumpkin. And here's the blue one. Now, what I would do too is, if I wanted to, I would just put, because they're the same size, they're the same foot. Let's see. Oh, let me go like this. I would just put some orange on top of this one and some blue on top of this one, and then I would have a pair. There you go. Aren't they cute? Look, they don't fit my foot though. Oh, the turtles are too far away for me to grab real easily. So let me put that. Where am I? Oh, I got all confused with my containers. Wait a minute. What did I do? Okay, that is. Put that there. I'm getting the turtles. Okay. Sewing. Okay, that's a blanket. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I'm back with the turtles. Okay. Okay. So I got into this kick of making these turtles, and they're not all finished. And I made them, I watched a channel, it was all in Spanish, and it was probably now it would be able to get the translation in, but then I had to kind of figure it out. So here's one in pink and red. How cute he is. Hi. And then here is a girly camouflage. And here is a groovy one. Diamond, what are you doing? Diamond, what are you doing? Okay. And this is pretty, right? And here is, oh, look at his little leg. You are welcome. So I have another one here. And somewhere in this mess is going to be this this thread. I think I had to use a size 1 or 1.5. So thank you for asking for them. Okay, I'm going to put them back into the unfinished animal projects. Is that where I put them? Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait, I got to look at the containers. I'm forgetting what it's what. Okay, this is specialty yarn. That's unfinished. Okay. Here's a beautiful purple. And I don't have the labels anymore. I used to know all the names of them, but I don't remember them anymore. So that's kind of a bummer. But I could look them up and find out. Here's some stuffing. And I found my Baby Yoda, or actually Star Wars pattern book that I received as a gift a while ago. And I am going to work on making Baby Yoda. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to actually finish that. This I'm going to put in with the dismembered potties for the stuffing. Okay, this is specialty yarn. I say specialty yarn because it must be like a silk or some, you know. Right, here's a bunch of gold stars to give to kids if they did a good job or whatever. So I'm going to put this back in the bag and put it in the container of various granny squares. It's not a flower, but I could probably work it into, here's a flower, into a, into the sweater pattern. So let's see. Oh, we're coming at 49 minutes, huh? All right. So here is some of this fuzzy yarn. Now, the Chanel yarns and the velvet yarn that a lot of people make the amigurumi with, and they turn out to be pretty big. I haven't worked with those fibers before, but this is pretty cool. So I want to make like a rabbit or a lamb with this. And I think I have 2 of these skeins I remember seeing. Yeah, the stars are nice, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Here is Squirtle. I gotta make him. I think it's Squirtle. I don't know what it is. This is a Pokemon. And it's the starfish one. And I have to stitch him together. And here's all his little starfish, not star, seahorse, sorry, seahorse. So I gotta put him together. And you know, I have so much stuff that I would not even be able to finish this summer. But, you know, whatever. This is from years of crocheting. All right, here are the Halloween themed hearts. Nope, Halloween themed. Oh yeah, okay, here are the little spiders that I showed you the other day. And here's a pumpkin. These aren't finished, so I'm gonna put these in the unfinished container. Wow, I can't believe there's 5 people left. Thank you, I appreciate everyone who is here. Please help make my dream of never leaving my house again come true, please. Oh, please, I don't wanna go outside. I'm so tired. Okay. Here is from a blanket that I made. Oh, this is from that jacket, so I'm gonna put that in that container over there. And here is, I don't know what the heck that is. Okay, you know, once I made a pair of shoes. Thank you for the thumbs up. Okay, here is a scarf that I made, and it is a beautiful variegated color changing yarn. And it's a really easy pattern, or it's just it's a mesh. And I never really finished it. It's an infinity scarf. And when I say finish it, I would put a border on this. A lot of patterns don't call for a border, but I think it makes it look nicer when there's a border. And then this is cut for some reason. This is too scratchy for my skin. I have really, thank you. I like the spiders too. I do like the spiders. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'm gonna put this in with the mask. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Okay. All right, here is some weird yarn. I call it weird because it's not super soft. Okay, here is a swatch, I think. What is this? Oh, it's a little tiny, it's a mask, it's a child-sized mask, but I never put the ends on it. And this is from that tie, that last purpley looking tie that I made. I think I showed you. All right, but some stuff I'm missing the can. Not a can, it's a container. Okay, there we go. Oh, all right. Let's go in this container now. Oh, okay, here we got some more stuff. All right, I made this in 2019, and I was working on it, and it is so this is a bamboo fiber. It's not made from a bamboo tree, but bamboo grass. And this would be the back, but I'll put it in the front. It's super soft. And then this is the front, I think. Yes. This would be the front panel. And then this is when COVID happened. And I didn't get to finish it. And part of having ADHD is forgetting that you had stuff. So this stuff, once it's gone, once it's in a container that's not clear, I don't even remember it exists, which is kind of a bummer. It's going to go into the unfinished apparel. If I can find the yarn for this monstrosity, then I will finish it. All right, here is some kind of animal. I'm going to just put it over here because I can't tell what it is. It's got too many pieces and parts. Okay, here's a whole bag of little things. Okay, so we have, it's like a sea foam, little heart. That's not a heart, it's a star. Here is a hand sanitizer holder. Here are some more stars. People, or you could call them flowers if you want. Thank you everyone who's joined. Yeah, the bamboo yarn is really pretty. And that one scarf, it's really pretty, but it's like an itchy. And I would just like have very sensitive skin. Here's a star of that pistachio. And like I said, I was making samples for this Etsy store that did not work out, and that's fine. I was quite upset when it first happened, but that's all right. Things happen. And then here's a charcoal gray. And it was just supposed to be more like these are the different colors that you can get. And then this could be something that you would put on a sweater as a decoration. Here is like a swirly flower. This was fun to make. Yeah, the hand sanitizer holder comes in handy because you can just, here's one in real life. You can just hook it on something and then it opens from the bottom so you don't have to like take it out. So it's just on your purse or whatever and you just take it out. You squeeze and then you just save the little bottle and refill it. We should all still be using hand sanitizer. So here's like the orange one. So this little bag is just filled with all this stuff. So I'm going to put it over here with the container of granny squares and stuff. That's a project. Like I'm thinking of taking all these different shapes and stitching them together and making a sweater. That's the advantage of being older. I can wear something like that and people can't say anything to me. You can be so bold as you get older. Your fashion choices. Okay, here is a similar bag with in pink, and it has the pink flower, and it has this. And it's supposed to be like I can't remember. It's some kind of Asian flower, and I can't remember what it's called. But it's really fun. Look at the back on the stitches on the back. That was fun. I remember you do like a little thing. I just got broke my nail a little bit. Okay, and then here's a little heart. And these I put. I'm supposed to take a supplement now. I think I put the whatever. I don't remember. I don't think it's a magic circle in the middle. Is what I'm trying to say. I think I was going to put a button or something. So, okay. Here is some cotton yarn that I don't use, so I'm going to put that in there. And here's another bag of baggies. Okay, here is like that baby blue unfinished sweater. Here is the same thing, but I had it in pink. And this is a very dark purple. I don't know if you can catch it in the light, right? It looks black, but it's a purple. Well, just believe me, it's purple. And the problem, though, with this is that I don't even remember making this. The problem is, though, is that if you don't buy enough yarn, then you got to wait to get the yarn. So, okay. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Okay. Here is a little child's hat. If you're going to be, if you're a newbie with crocheting, little hats are the easiest thing to make. All you do is you make a circle, and then when it gets to how wide the top of the head is, you have to measure. It's a little bit of math. Don't be afraid. Then you stop increasing, and then you just crochet down. Isn't that a cute little hat? So, okay, that's going to go in the finished products over here. And what is this? Oh, this is a weird square. Oh, you know what? This is a mask for when I was riding my bike. This is for my head, my forehead. Like this or something. Don't they look cool? So, yeah. This is a moss stitch. Pretty stretchy. I made a blanket with this stitch and with this size hook, and it took forever. Okay, here's another little hand sanitizer holder. Here is a lovey, and I don't have a little stuffed animal here. But one of the things I saw said you take a stuffed animal head, and you cut it off and you sew it in here, and then the little baby plays with it. And I thought that just seems so harsh. So let me get the one that's over here. I'm still here, don't leave. Okay. And, I walked into the camera. Okay. And you don't have to get one that's color matches, but here's one in this beige with the little dog. So I was supposed to cut the head off and then sew it on. And so instead of what I did was I crocheted around a hair scrunchie, not a scrunchie, a hair rubber. What do you call those? The circle things? I don't know what that is. And it's stretchy, and you can just take it off, and now you still have a fully functional dog. And then you can put it on this one if you want. Ta-da! I used to remember how long it would take me to make these. So this, I think, would take me, it's the Karen yarn, and it's a double strand. I think this took me maybe 45 minutes to make. And, you know, and then if you want to price it out, people are like, I don't want to pay $30 for that. And then you don't really make any money. So, you know, okay. Here are a little, oh, it's an hour. All right, I think I'm going to put a pin in this, so to speak. I can't seem to get it out of the bag, but here's like little bow ties. And this is in, it looks like it's a seafoam green. I'll put that over there. And I missed it. I made a sweater in this, and then I misplaced it. So now what I do when I substitute is I have a backpack on a thing that rolls, because I can't have any weight on my back. And I made a sweater with this. It was so beautiful. But I lost it. I don't know where it went. Okay, so that's going to go in here. Oops, missed the whole thing. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to stop and I'm going to take a break. I hate to do that because I have people here watching. Very pretty, right? And I will be back on today at 6 o'clock, and I will either be doing crochet or I'll be playing, thank you, crochet, or I'll be doing plain seeker's notes. It just depends on my back. So like I've been sitting for an hour, and usually I only sit for like 20 minutes. So sometimes I can't even tell what color. This is blue, I think. So okay, so let me just, well, I appreciate you being here, everybody. Here's that turquoise. Beautiful. These are really, this is, I can't remember what the line is from. Oh, there's still people here. So I'm going to stay on since there's people here. I so appreciate you guys being here. This is a really fun color to make flowers and stuff with, because it's like really pops out. And okay, here's some really skinny yarn. So I would use this for sewing. It's even stitches, like making, not sewing, embroidery for the faces. Yeah, I know. So this is gonna go in that container. There's still all these containers. I can't even. Okay, here is a weird, what can we call this? Bouche, B-O-U-C-E. I think it's French. No, it's not. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a scarf. Oh, you know what it is? It's a this used to be really popular. This is what you would wear if you are a ballerina. You would wear these sweaters that just cover up your arms. A little bit in the back. Oh my God, my hair! Okay, thank you. I hope I didn't scare anybody. Okay. And let's see. And we just go down a little bit in the, oh jeez. Grab it down. I guess you gotta have a friend to help you put it on, right? Anyway, and then you would have it over your leotard, and then when you get too hot, you take it off. I think they may still be around. So this is technically finished, but it's not woven together. So I'll put this in the unfinished apparel container. Oh, there's people here. All right, I'm going to drink some water. I have to stay hydrated. Oh, I forgot to say this. Oh my gosh, please subscribe to my channel so that I can get up to my 500 to get monetized, and then I can have a little store And what would I sell in my store? I don't have any idea. Probably mugs. Those seem to be the easiest things. Mugs. And my mug would have maybe a picture of Mr. Turtle that Kennedy likes on there. Would I sell actual crochet products? Probably not, because there's not a lot of money in it, but I might have a contest where I give that away. Here's one of those bags again. This is supposed to be for laundry. Like you could put an undergarment in here so that the hooks don't get caught in the thing. So I'm going to put this in the finished products. And anyway, so if you like this kind of content, it will be a never-ending source. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags that you can't even see. All right, here is some. This is a really pretty Sticks and Stones from Karen, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong. And this yarn is made in the country of Turkey. So, the country of Turkey got the birds in our country that we call turkeys look like a bird that lives in the country of Turkey. So we just started calling them turkeys here. The country of Turkey is not very happy with that. But whatever. Okay, there's only one person here. Kennedy, I'm going to think that's you. All right, loves, I'm going to leave. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, do all that stuff. You know, if you want. I'd appreciate it. Help me out a great deal. There's camouflage on. And I'm going to go take a break and lay down on some ice. All right. I love you. I love everybody who's been watching my stuff. I'm a nice person. And hey, that I love you is usually for my daughter who's sometimes here. And it's for anybody else who doesn't have someone to tell them that they love you and that you're a valuable person. And the world would be very different without you in it. Remember, you are the most important person in your life. Don't let people tell you something different. All right, goodbye. I love you. I'll be back later at 6 o'clock, either doing this or playing some Seeker's Notes. Okay, goodbye. 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 Bye. Okay. And okay.